course I wanted to quit. Been through enough to want to quit. There's just this little voice in the back of my mind that says, don't quit, don't quit. I have been through a living nightmare, and you know what? It hasn't shut me, and it hasn't won, and it didn't defeat me. It knocked me down. Of course it knocked me down, but I got back up again. And you know what? Then I got knocked down again, and guess what? I got back up again. And my life is about the ups and downs, the highs and lows, and I'm willing to ride them. And the more that I've got to ride these lows and I get out of them lows, I'm just building more resilience. And for me, that puts a smile on my face because I'm getting stronger. And the more I build that mindset, I get stronger from all my setbacks. Even if I am tired, I'm telling myself I'm not. What you believe is what you become. Here we are, mate. Here we are. This is game day. This is 28 weeks in the making. This is the moment. There's the team BBL, hey. So all the hard work's done, man. So now it's about just get a few logistics out of the way, sit down, chill. Probably get a 10 on, top coat 10, starting in about probably half hour or so, man. Bring it on, eh? This is for Johnny too. See my shirt? The godfather of team BBL, mate. This is for you, Johnny. We're gonna bring home the bacon, mate. Let's go, mate.
You're a food obsessed. Keep eating while I turn you back. All good. Back and legs, you can still use your arms.
G'day, Don. I think I'll just get you in the master. Yeah, good man. Pretty chill, mate. Can't do any more than I've done, mate.
Work is done, yeah.
Yeah. It's up to the judges now, really. Yeah, I'll do my part, and it's out of my hands now. I'll lift the hand. We need sugar. We need sugar now. So I'm going to be on stage in about an hour from now. So I've just got a bit of a tan on. Now it's about getting the sugar in there. Like I'm sure I'm nice and hard and tight. And then see what happens. So see as we go when we pump up. See if we need more water, more food, more sugar, more salt. See what happens. So we're just going to just chill. Take your time. Don't rush it. They won't start without you. Just throw around your back here. Yeah.
What was the first show you went to?
I was about 5.
Right.
6. And I was like,
6 months.
Was that?
6 months old, yeah. Actually, yeah.
6 months old.
6 months old.
I don't really do a lot, but I guess just being here if Dad needs me, I guess. And then cheering him on. Every time he competes, I get so nervous. I get so anxious and I have no idea why.
All right, good to go, man.
Ready to go? Cool, let's go do it. I will, mate. See you, boys.
That's it. Second show. He's a rookie, this guy.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit now. Actually, very excited, nervous. If you're not nervous, you're in the wrong place. So I'm going to have to bring it, man. It's going to be a hell of a battle.
was in spot number 16, UD. Number 40, number 8. In the third, number 115, Jonathan Bannister. In the second spot, number 63, Leon Stenholm.
Just a show. What are you showing?
You're unreal.
Personality.
You're good.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. It's a tough line, I say.
Hey?
Tough lineups.
Yeah.
Welcome to Queensland's conditioning. Well, there we go. That's a wrap. I didn't get the first. Nothing wrong with coming runner-up to a guy like that. If you asked me if I come here today, would you take 3 by seconds? I would take it. But the calibre of the athletes here in Queensland is probably the best, mate. I would say the best in the world. But every time athletes come in condition, it's quite amazing, and it's really cool, man. So you have to bring it. And mate, I've never worked so hard on stage in my life. So, but mate, all great guys, mate. Big respect to all the competitors here. But either way, it's been an awesome day, and so now I've got to switch into to prep mode for athletes. I've got 6 athletes going on today, so we'll get into that. So, but as the day goes on, I'll keep on coaching. But other than that, man, it's been awesome. Hey, here's my great helper today, Sarah. Sarah's miss. You're on film. This is a documentary, mate.
I know.
Sarah's multiple.
21 times world figure and physique champion.
How's that? Team BBL Olympia, another Miss Olympia here as well. So we're all going on. So what I'll do now, I'm going to get into prep mode, and I'm going to start getting these guys ready. It's all about them now. When I wrote my book, It's How You Think, it was the most vulnerable that I've ever been in my life. But I knew to write this book effectively and to get my message across to people, there was a point where I had to tell my story, which means being vulnerable. And it shocked a lot of people when they read it, because people look at Leon and they go, oh, he's the strong guy, man, he doesn't break. And then I wrote this book about breaking.
I ended up reading your book before having you on, and mate, haven't you lived a bloody life?
Yeah, it's been next level. Everything was cruisy up until 35. It was almost just like, there's not a worry in the world. I had a cool job. Then everything just turned. When Dean passed, and then I changed careers and started being a trainer and working in gyms, and obviously people locally knew my story. I actually started being very open about it.
A new local alliance has been formed with a mission to stop suicide in our region.
I had a good mate back when I was 20. He took his life, and then fast forward several years, I had a brother in 2012. Basically he told me that he was going to take his life, and I didn't believe him. I took it as a joke, and sure enough, he did it. And straight after that,
for years, he has lived with the heartbreak of losing not 1, but 4 people close to him. Today, a huge step forward was taken in the mission to prevent suicide in our region.
And it started connecting and resonating with a lot more people than I could have ever imagined. And maybe my personality also conjoined together started attracting that vulnerable person, started attracting that person also that had symptoms like Dean. People were coming to me, they weren't coming to me necessarily for the training. They were coming to me for the help. This was their way of reaching out. Yes, I was getting results, but it was the impact on the mindset that I was having on these people and giving them the belief that they never had before.
When I started training under Leon, he was training out of his garage, and then he came across and set up this facility here. I was really sad. I was a really sad person, but I used to hide it. I've always said that I wish I could see myself through his eyes and the belief that he has in us. Because, you know, a lot of us, we always lack self-belief. It's this feeling that you get from him when he believes in you, you know, that's all you need.
I've been training with Leon for now 8 years come June. He saved my life at the start. Yeah, he just gives you passion, belief in yourself, because I got lost along the way and here I am still.
I started learning a bit more, started reading a bit more, started researching a bit more about mindfulness and started researching a little bit more about, you know, suicidal thoughts, signs and symptoms and what can I do about it. Things started evolving from there. And then I obviously had a couple more tragedies.
He's lost a couple of friends. He's struggled with one woman. She had 4 kids and I think Leon sat through the night with her, if not 2 nights. I know he pulled her out of a river once. Every time one of his friends died, we'd have a chat over here at the pub and have a quiet drink. And our conversations leaned more towards mental health than bodybuilding. And I could see it getting more serious every time I saw him. So Leon decided, I'll be a counsellor. So he went and did this course. You can't just go in and talk to people. You've got to know what you're doing.
I studied counselling to actually add that to the repertoire because I do a lot of corporate speaking as well. Yeah. And, you know, some people would, you know, sort of nudge me in the back and saying, what right do you have to work with suicidal people without having the credentials, even though I've had the lived experience, and I even actually built my gym just to house suicidal people. Yeah. I don't open to the public, it's a closed gym, so I spent like 200 grand of my own cash to build this place because I knew what our community needed was a safe place, a haven that people can come and just be themselves. And then I started getting people coming from everywhere that were traveling an hour just to spend time with me. And it wasn't all about the training session. It was all about they got to have an hour with me with no one else around in the gym. And we would have these really cool in-depth conversations. And that's when I started identifying, got it now. Okay, now I need to go next level. I need to build this, but I need to go 10 times the size because when I was out of the gym, people are now going next level with their conversation. So I'm thinking people are being vulnerable. People are having that conversation, but they're not having it in an environment where they're not comfortable.
Leon Sten's home runs a youth support centre in Warana, helping young people connect with someone and turn their lives around.
A good mate of mine said, I got someone for you to meet, and he brought Leon around to my house, and mate, that night pretty much saved my life that I met him, eh?
Leon's hoping to combat the rise in youth suicide by opening this centre that's twice the size of his other one by May.
I have this great understanding now with people, and under this roof and here now, I haven't lost a client to suicide since. The crazy thing was it's taken the tragedy of Dean for me to actually open my horizons and actually see what's actually going on in society. This wasn't just happening under my nose, this was happening everywhere.
It's become his passion. It's unfortunate that it took Dean's death to turn it into that, but I'm glad that Dean's death's not wasted and that Leon's making it count for something.
I just love all these people over the last 9+ years that I've been working with because they've educated me. You know, I can listen to any podcast, I can read, I can go do any course I want. That hasn't taught me anything. What's taught me is real life, walking next to suicidal people. The greatest thing is if that my phone's ting, ting, ting all day, which it does, it'll go through about 250 to 300 messages just between sun up and sun down. And I think to myself, that's amazing. And people are like, you're insane, Leon, why is it amazing? I said, because these people are reaching out. The answer to what's going on with the world and mindset and mental health at the moment is it starts with reaching out and having a conversation. It truly does. It really does. And if you're not going to reach out and have that conversation, there is no moving forward. Whether it's just a friend, whether it's your partner, whether it's a teacher, whether it's a mentor, you can ring hotlines these days. There is help available. There's a lot of good people around. And it's just having that courage and the strength to reach out during them trying times. That's the starting point. Not everyone has the answers. Not everyone has to be a therapist and be up to speed. Find out first thing first, is this person okay? Provide them space to answer the question. Don't talk over them. Learn to listen. Let them tell you. If you really, really fear for someone's well-being and someone's safety at that specific moment, you just call emergency services. That is the number one thing you can do.
If you think this person's, I don't think they're suicidal at this moment, but they could definitely do with some help, take them for a coffee, go for a walk on the beach, go for a walk to the park. Just have a conversation. You might have been brought up to be old school, it doesn't matter, times are changing, you need to change with the times. And we've got to be having this conversation.
He's that driven that I think eventually it'll take over his life. He's about saving lives, and that's a good thing. And, you know, in today's climate, they need more Leons. Yeah, we need more Leons.
The biggest thing I believe a human being can do is just instill some faith and hope into someone that hasn't got any at the moment. And I just think that's just my legacy right there. When I leave this world, I want people to walk up to that gravestone and say, you know what, that guy there, he would do anything for anyone. And he was the first one there. I think that would be amazing.
We had a big show this weekend. We got our IFBB Australian titles. So a non-drug tested event. So this is new territory for me. I'm running on very low fuel. I'm about as flat as you can be on 100 carbs today, which I'm used to having way more than that on my ectomorph physique. Oh. We're trying to make a weight of under 70 kilos. So we were 72.5. Today we're actually 70.5. So we'll just do a little bit of a check on condition. So we pretty much got 30 hours to drop 500 grams. Easy as. Worst case, if I need to sweat it out, there's a sauna at the weigh-in tomorrow. I can always sweat it out if I need be, but I think we can do it without dehydrating ourselves. We don't want to do that too much. So today now I've got to get 15,000 steps in. It's a rest day from training, and it's about recovering the body and keeps the body moving. Chew up a little bit more calories, and basically just get ready for the weigh-in. Being a small athlete, a natural athlete, when I'm, you know, the under 80s for IFBB, the boys are quite large, and I'm not a large bodybuilder, so I thought to myself, if I can actually just make sure I make under 70 kilos, even some of them are really, really big lads as well, amazing athletes, but it'll give me a little bit more of an opportunity to be competitive, which is quite exciting. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not excited about the process to get there, having to deplete and get on low carbs for a few days, though it's working.
Okay, so we're in Sydney. We get to the show and find out that the show's sold out. Indy and I don't have a ticket to go and watch him. And just sheer luck that one of the guys he competed against on the Gold Coast was also in Sydney, and he had 2 spare tickets. Indy went backstage and helped Leon out, and then I was out the front.
Yeah, g'day guys, how we doing? Here we are at the IFBB Nationals. So it's I think it's about half an hour till I'm on stage. So we've got the novice men up first, then we've got masters men, and then under 70 kilos. So it's a really great morning. Things are going to plan. There's plenty of food going in, plenty of water. Well, I'm probably up to around 3.5 litres of water going through my body. So I feel tight, feel hard, and semi-full now. It's just about basically getting a good pump on, and we're about semi-pump now. So we might just have a look and see how we're actually looking. Come through. Go for it. Let's have a look, eh?
I was out the front watching, and it was a very interesting event for the people that were there. We had a group of 2 tables that came from one gym that brought along with them a bass drum that they were banging constantly. So they had a lot of people performing that day. When it came out to Leon's category for under 70 kilos, and the lineup came out sort of thing, and you know, we're all cheering away, and like by the end of the day I had hardly any voice left. When they brought out the top 3 and they're going along, and we're like, you know, you're just hoping and praying that it's actually going to be Leon's name that gets called out as being first place.
Let's go, 87! 87! Let's go!
So third place got called and you're like, yes, thank goodness.
Canada 85, David Tatomi.
And then they go to announce second place. And when they announce second place, you know who's got first place. We're very, very proud and very, very happy for him.
I tell guys I've only just met, hey, my name's Jan, there's my son, he's Mr. Australia.
This actually means more to me than anything else in the last 19 years of bodybuilding.
The cool part about that was the length of time it took him to get that, and the fact that he was 42 or 43 when he did it.
All of a sudden you get on stage and you're the top 3 in nationals for masters as well. Again, beat a little natty guy. It's man, it's just sensational.
It took me 69 chances to win an Australian title. 19 years and 69 shows, and I finally got the title I was after my whole life. Would you call that lucky, successful? No, I'd call that perseverance.
You know, it's not all about, you know, silverware, and I've always said that, and I stick to my guns on that. Though, it's nice when hard work pays off and you get rewarded for your hard work.
Dean would flip if he was to see his little brother now. He would be, you know, ecstatic. See, my gosh, what happened to you, mate?
What do you want to say to people?
Seriously, guys, just enjoy every single day. Be grateful every single day. Just love every single day. Have more faith in yourself. Have more belief in yourself. Embrace being uncomfortable.
In life, I've always said, you know, that those that have the strong mindset, there's a time when you start thinking, why, man, why is all this stuff happening? And I've always said to people, man, this is life testing you. You've got to push through. You don't quit. Those that don't quit, I'm telling you, the rewards do come. They don't come tomorrow, the next day. They may not come in 10 years' time. But those that can hang in there, be persistent, just keep moving forward, keep pushing. When the chips are down, you know what? You get up and you fight and you fight and you fight.
Because in life, it's going to be full of adversity, full of troubles, full of challenges. And you know what? You can overcome every single one of them. I'm living proof. I've done that over and over and over again. And I'm not special. I'm no different to anyone else. I didn't get special care. I just simply understood resilience that, you know what? Life's going to throw us curveballs. Just hang in there.
COVID times.